Morning, guys. So, where we are in the last class? Can anybody where we are in? We are discussing about the testing types, right? So, can anyone tell me what are the testing types and what are there? Can anyone?
Sir, white box, black box.
Okay. Avoid that SAR. Okay, you can call with the name. Please avoid that. Call it as a SAR. Okay. Okay. What is white box? Can you explain briefly like what is white box? Who will do the white box?
So developer will do the white box because he know the
Yeah,
code, internal code.
yeah. Yes, good. See, while you're telling the interview, right, you need to tell the sentence. You need to full the sentence. Okay, complete sentence. You need to tell. Okay. White box testing is
White box
done by
is
the developers. Yeah. Go ahead.
developers because they know the internal logic of the application of the code.
Why they need to do white box testing? For what purpose are they doing
So
white box?
they need to check at least once whether the application is working properly or not before sending to
Yes.
the Q team.
Yes. Good. So you need to form the sentence. Good. Like that only you need to tell. Any question they will ask you, right? You need to tell that one. Anyone tell me what are the test techniques like what techniques? What is called BVA? What is called BVA?
Boundary value of that.
Yeah, boundary value analysis. Okay. Can you give me any example on that?
Uh, so maximum value, minimum.
Yes. You always take the maximum value and minimum value. So that two are very important. So black box testing is done by the QA, right? So what base the tester will test the application? For what basis he will test that application? Developer, you are saying that logic, right? For what QA guy can test the application and what base the QA guy can test the application?
So tester
As per
will
the
test the requirement specification.
Yes, requirement specifications and functionality. Okay.
Reddy, yes, sir.
Yeah, the two are very important based on the requirements and based on the functionality. Okay, that's good, guys. So today's is very important, guys. 100% interview question who are going with the fresher level and senior level also they will ask you, but you need to know what is SDLC. What is called SDLC? You know what is SDLC? Software Development Life Cycle. Okay. It's a software development life cycle. SDLC means what, guys? Software Development Life Cycle. Okay. So what is SDLC? The SDLC is a process followed for a software project within the software organization. So every organization there follow the SDLC process. Okay, I told you, right? If we follow the SDLC, definitely we'll get what quality product. If I'm not following the process is very important, guys. For your organization, they will ask you the process, what process you done in the previous organization. The process is very important. Testing, coding, developing the application can do anybody, but you need to know what process is very important. Okay, so when we need to pick the task, when we need to close the task, that is all are very important. Okay, so SDLC is a process followed for a software project within the software organization. Okay, it consists of detailed plan to describing how to develop and maintain or replace or enhancements means what? New changes. Okay, what are the new changes in the application? That we can call it as what? Enhancements. Okay, enhancements is a new word, so that is very important, guys. Okay, it consists of detailed plan to describing how to develop. Suppose I got any project, so first of all I need to think how I can develop this project, how I can maintain this project, how I can replace means sometimes we need to modify the things, right? The requirements will be changed. So enhancements means a new features, new things, right? So these all will be considered in where? In SDLC, software development life cycle. Okay, This cycle defines the methodology for improving the quality of the software and overall development process. If you follow the SDLC, definitely 100% we will get what quality product. Quality product definitely will get it. Okay, let's see what are the phases in SDLC. What are the phases in SDLC? 100% question in interview. What are the phases? Okay, what phases in SDLC? Suppose if I got a project, so what phases will be there? First of all, if I got a project, what I need to do? First of thing, I need to go with the requirement capturing. Okay, so first when I got a project, first I need to do, I cannot do the immediately coding, I cannot do immediately testing. Guys, please understand, try to understand the things. Okay, whenever you got a project, first thing is what the people will do, they do the requirement capturing. First they will do the first phase of the SDLC is what requirement capturing. Okay, once requirement we got it, okay, once we got the requirements for that project, and they will go for analysis. What is called analysis? Whether we can do or not, that part will comes on where analysis part. All the projects we cannot do, right? I got the project, but I required resources, right? If the resources is not there, I got a but resources is not available, in that case I cannot do the project, right? So analysis part is also is very important, whether we can do that project or not. That will comes on which part? Analysis part. Understanding, right? The first phase is what requirement capturing. The second phase is what analysis, whether we can do or not, what are the challenges in that project, and what are the, see, the project is not easy one. You are thinking that only a developer and tester. No, the many people are involved in that project. It's see how you saw that movie, right? Movie making is very difficult, but movie we can see within 2.5 hours, within 1.5 hour or 2.5 hours, or what, or maybe. Okay, but making the movie is what very difficult, like lots of people are involved in that. Understanding, right? Similarly, the project is also is very important. The many people are involved. You are thinking only a developer or tester. No, there are product manager will be there, product owner will be there, scrum master will be there, testing team will be there, QA development team will be there, network team will be there, SQL team will be there, data administrator will be there, sales persons will be there, support people will be there. If one team is failed, we cannot get the quality. So collaboration is very important. Coordination is very important. We need to coordinate each and every team according to the roles. Like the once the development is done, then it will comes to the QA. Like that, we need to coordinate each and everything. Okay, so whenever the project will come, first phase of the thing is what requirement capturing. Once the requirement capturing is done, then we will go for analysis. Analysis means whether we can do or not, whether we can do this project or not. That is what are the challenges. There are many things will be there, metric calculations, strategies, each and everything will comes on what part in analysis part. Once an analysis part is done, then review and approval will put a review, and senior most people will be a review and approval. Once I got an approval, then they will start designing the work. See, once the design phase is done, then developer will start doing the coding. After the development is done, now QA is involved. See, in which phase we are involving? After coding. That's the reason most of the organization, they won't hire initially the testers. They won't hire the testing team they won't hire until unless the project will started and everything. Whenever the it won't goes to release, right? Whenever the project goes to the release, before that they hire more and more testers. Okay, once it is into the market, right, again we need to test the customer issues, and again we need to test the enhancements, new changes, and all the things that the testers is 100% is required. Okay, so this phase is very important. In interview they will ask you in which phase you are involved, so you need to tell that I involved after the coding. Okay, you are not in the starting. Okay, the tester will not involved in the starting phase. In SDLC phases is what the first phase is what requirement capturing, and after that is what analysis. Once the analysis is done, then we will go for a design. Once the design is completed, once completely the design, again guys, designs are two types. What are there? Low level design, high level design. What is low level design? Low level design can anyone can understand easily. High level design means what? Who are experienced guys, they can only understand the designs. Okay, so they will give you a design patterns. Okay, they will give you what designs. Okay, and based on the designs you need to understand what is that exactly. Okay, you need to try to understand the design formats. Okay, I will show you one design format, how we can understand by seeing of that design. Okay, FRS. What is FRS? Functional requirement specification document. Don't worry, we will explain this project. While the project, we'll explaining the diagrammatical way how we can understand the things by seeing of diagrams, flow charts. See, can anyone explain what is happening here? Can anybody? By seeing of this diagram, what you are understanding? Can anybody?
So can you zoom it?
Sorry, come again. Yeah, go ahead. You want zoom it? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're asking zoom it. Okay. Are you able to see now? Still the same size.
How we can.
Yeah. Now you are able to see. Yeah. Yeah. Can you tell me what is happening here? Can anybody? Okay, guys, don't panic. Okay, and try to communicate with me. Okay, always you need to participate, guys. Please interact with me. Okay, so what is happening, guys? Here, anybody? See, anchor. Anchor is what? Is a visitor. Okay, the visitor is login in the application. After the login in the application, what he is able to see? Branches. He is able to see what? Branches. Okay. Once he see the branches, what is happening? He click a new branch. Whenever he click a new branch, right? He will get a enter the new branch details. This page will come. Once this page will come, he will enter the branch details and he will click the submit button. Understanding, right? Once he click the submit button, if the data is valid, okay, all the data is valid. Can you mute? Can you? Yeah, Shivakumar, can you mute? Okay. So what will happen here? So when your data is valid, the new branch will be created successfully. If the branch is not valid, your branch details is not valid, then it is asked for what? Validation. Please enter the correct information. See, by seeing of this diagram, we need to understand the flow of the application, functional flow of the application. Again, there is a reset button will be there. There is a cancel button will be there. If you click the reset button, what is the functionality of the reset button? If you click the reset means all the data should be erased. If you click the cancel button means what? The page will be closed. See, testing is very easy, guys. Very easy when if you understand the things, if you understand the requirement. See, this is what my requirement. This is what the functional requirement document. They will very clearly given this diagram based on login. You will see the branches based on, if you see the branches, if you click the new branch, what will come? You enter the new branch details will come. If you enter the branch details, click the submit button. If the data is valid, see condition, this is what condition. You cannot do blindly, right? You need to check the condition. If the data is valid, what are the enter the data is valid, then new branch will be created successfully. This message you will need to see in the application. If the data is not valid, then it is asked for what? Data valid, for validate the data. Okay, and simply there are other buttons is what? Click reset button and click cancel. If you click reset button means data will be clear. If you click the cancel button means the data will be cancelled. Okay, so these kind of diagrams will be there to understanding the things. Okay, based on the diagrammatic flow, the developer is start writing the coding. Once the code is done, once the code part is done, then it will move to the testing. Here we are involved, the testers are involved where? After the coding. Simple, guys. Where we are involved in SDLC, the question will comes like this. Don't by heart, don't tell that reading the step by step, tell in professional way. You are a professionals. Okay, if someone is asked you, can you please tell me SDLC, means you have started requirement analysis design. Don't tell like that. You need to tell like a professional way. In SDLC, there are the phases like requirement capturing. After the requirement capturing, we will go for analysis part. Once the analysis part is done, then we will go for a design part. Once the design part is completed, then we will go for a coding. The developer is going for start writing the coding by going for the design. So once the development part is done, then the QA is involved. So I involved in that part and that phase. Once the QA is done, then we will go for a implementation. Once the implementation is done, then we'll go for a support and maintenance. You need to tell in interview in this way. The people are started reading. What are the SDLC mean? They start reading requirement analysis, designing, coding. Don't hurry burry, okay? That is in interview, they won't force you, they won't give you the time limit and all the things. They will give you plenty of time. So you can tell in the order wise. Okay, 1 second guys. Okay, so you need to tell in interview very clearly the requirement capturing analysis. See, without requirement I cannot analysis, without analysis I cannot can you hear me right? Can you hear me? Okay, so requirement capturing, without the requirement capturing we cannot go for analysis part. Remember, without analysis I cannot go for a design. Without design I cannot start writing the coding. Without coding I cannot start writing the testing. Without testing I cannot go for implementation. Without implementation and I cannot do a support and maintenance. So interview, they will ask you after testing we start coding. So they will ask you in SDLC, you need to tell it's not possible because it's in a cycle. You cannot break this cycle. Okay, it's a cycle. Okay, requirement capturing. After the requirement capturing, we will go for analysis. Okay, in the real time, they assign one task on your name. Verify the entire the application. You cannot say yes. Okay, you need to check whether I can test that application or not. Then you need to ask your lead. I need to test entire the application because it's a huge application. So you need to ask the question to your lead. You cannot accept everything, right? You need to check your possibilities also, whether I can test entire the application within the day. It's not possible. Okay, so you need to immediately need to ask your team, your lead or your development team. You need to ask how I need to test this one. So that's the reason in the real time we will ask the question to the development team. We will ask the question to the lead. I cannot test a single day. If they ask me to test entire the application within 1 day, I cannot test. So that's the reason I will ask, what is the scope of the application? What is the scope of the testing? Can you please tell me, did I need to test each and everything in the application? So you need to speak. That is what I'm telling. The day one I'm telling, you need to speak, you need to talk, you need to discuss, you need to come up with your point. Don't keep on your mind. Come up with your thought, come up your what you want to express. You need to express. If you keep in the mind and you skip that one, tomorrow you cannot speak that one, because if they will catch you, right, why you miss this means you cannot have any answer for that. So that's the reason whenever any issue, any item is assigned on your name, thoroughly you need to go through the requirement and you need to think what is the scope of the testing. Did I need to complete it within the 2 days or 1 day, or how much time it will to complete? You need to get come up with your estimation. Come up with your estimation is very, very important. I cannot say blindly 2 days, 3 days, 4 days. You need to come up with your that is what experience will gives you. How many days you will complete the task, that will gives your experience. Okay, so don't worry, we will tell you how we can achieve all the things, but telling, see, you cannot tell that 1 day I will complete it, 2 days I will complete it. Before telling the 2 days, you need to open that item, understand the item, and what you need to test in that application. You need to thoroughly check and you need to come up with your estimation. You cannot give a blind estimations. Okay, so here this is very, very important. Once the project will come, we will follow the SDLC process. SDLC phases will be there, requirement capturing will be there. Once the requirement is done, we will go for analysis part. Once the analysis part is done, see here the big heads will done. We are not involved, don't worry. So here is business analyst and the product owner, scrum masters, these all are involved. We are never involved in anything in the requirement capture. Okay, don't worry. Okay, don't bother also. Okay, our job is what? Only a testing. I told you, right? What is testing? We need to check whether the application is working according to the client requirements or not. Once the requirement is done, then we will go for analysis. Analysis part is also done big people only. We are not involved in this area until unless you have a more experience, then only you will involved. Okay, don't worry, we are not involved in analysis part. We are not involved in design part. We are not involved in the coding. Where we are involved only a testing part. Very easy. What is our job? Simple. Our job is very easy, but try to understand the requirement. If without understanding the requirement, you cannot do anything. So here the development team will be there. They will give the one item to the developer, and again one item, the same item will be assigned to the QA. Okay, here with QA means developers. Okay, white box and black box. Okay, yesterday we discussed, right? They will assign one item 8080 verify implement the functionality of login button. Okay, and the developer need to build design the login button. Okay, so login button he need to write the code. Once the developer code is done, what he need to do? He need to move this code to the QA. Okay, now QA need to verify this button is working properly or not. The same item they will assign to whom? QA guy. 8080 login button. Okay, QA guy need to verify. Now it is working as expected, then developer is make it as a done because he's completed his code, and he'd make it as what? A done. Okay, similarly the QA guy is also need to verify the this application it is working as expected, then QA guy is also marked as what? Done. So this item will marked as what? Done. Like that every day is only this job only. What is our job? Developer is implemented the code, and as a tester we need to verify that code whether it is working, verify that application, or verify that functionality, or verify that bug is working as expected or not. Understanding, right? So this is what our job. Every day the developer is doing some code changes. Every day the QA need to verify that whether it is working as expected or not. Understanding, right? So we are involved here. Once everything is done, all the coding is done, all the testing is done, then we go for a release. What is called release? Release means what? What are the so far the implementation is done, so far testing is completed, then we are releasing the product in the market. Okay, so before sending to the market, the testers having a lot of work. Here we have a lot of work. When before the release we need to do what? Release testing. What is that? Release testing. What is called release testing? Release testing is nothing but we need to test entire the application thoroughly. Okay, release testing means what? We need to test end to end. Okay, end to end means what? System testing. You need to test entire the application, and the people will called regression testing. Regression is what? Regression testing is what? Completely you need to check entire the application, make sure the bug is fixed or not. It should not impact the rest of the modules. Don't worry, I will explain when the functional testing will come. We will explain 100% entry question what is regression testing. Okay, once the release testing is done, then QA need to identify the build. See, you are the identify the build. You need to say this is the what final build. That is what power of QA. You need to tell that we already verified and we are not find any issues. This build is working as expected. Once you giving the confirmation to the team, then only that build will goes to the release. Until unless the QA is not confirmed, the build will not go for release. See, what is the power of QA? Understanding, right? Once you confirm this build is we already verified, it is working as expected, we are not find any issues. Now if you give the confirmation, then only the team will go for a release. Until unless they don't go for a release. Try to understand what is the importance of the QA. Don't think about the salaries. The people are asking QA will get less salary. Who said? QA is also getting a lot of salaries, guys, equal to the development salaries. If you go for automation, then you will get equal to the developer salaries on. but try to understand what are the job you are doing. You need to love that job. Okay, don't think about the salaries point at this moment. Okay, first learn the subject, thoroughly understand the things, slowly gain the experience and expect the salary. Initial stage you are expecting the salary means we cannot get it that. First concentrate on what profile, manual, automation, and get into the job and understand for 1 year 2 years you little bit struggle will be there. After that you know everything, what how IT will be there. Understanding, right? So this is very important part. SDLC is nothing but software development life cycle, requirement capturing, analysis, design and coding and testing and implementation and support and maintenance. Any questions so far? Are you understanding? So definitely they will ask you, can you define what is SDLC? You need to tell that requirement capturing, analysis, designing, coding, testing, and implementation, and support and maintenance. You can tell like this also, okay? There is a good terminologies, okay? You can tell this terminologies, okay? Planning, the same thing. Requirement capturing, we can call it as a planning. Defining, analysis, okay? Defining and designing means what we design the things. Like building means coding, testing and deployment. Okay, either you want tell this one, you can tell that the same sentence, like requirement capturing, analysis, designing, coding, testing and implementation and support and maintenance. Otherwise you can tell this one, okay? Planning, defining, designing, building, testing and deployment. Deployment means we are releasing the product in the market. Understanding, right? But guys, whenever the interview they ask you, right, what is SDLC, don't tell very fast, don't tell very slow. You are always should be a neutral. Okay, so if they ask you, right, what is SDLC, can you define, means you need to tell that SDLC is nothing but it's a software development life cycle. If you follow this SDLC, will definitely will get quality software product. Okay, what are the phases in SDLC? Or the phases or SDLC or requirement capturing. Once the requirement capturing is done, then we will go for analysis part. Once the analysis part is done, then we will go for a design. And again, the designs are two types, like low level designs and high level design. The low level design anyone can understand. Then high level design, who are having experts, who are having a domain knowledge, that person will easily understand the high level diagram. Okay, once the design part is done, then we will go for a coding. Once the coding part is done, now it will comes to the testing part. Once the testing part is done, then we will go for a implementation. Once the implementation part is done, then we'll go for a support and maintenance. Is it clear? No need to by heart, guys. No need to. Requirements capturing the requirement, analysis. After analysis, what I need to do? Design. After design, what I need to do? Coding. After coding, what I need to do? Testing. After testing, what I need to do? Support and implementation. After the implementation, what I need to do? Support and maintenance. No need to by heart. If anyone asks to tomorrow also, you need to ready to answer this question. If you by heart, you will be forget. So far. Yeah, go ahead.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
Actually, they're actually asking what is your roles and responsibility in the testing, sir? Roles and responsibility.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sir. Actually, our responsibility, roles and responsibilities are what, sir? Exactly
Yeah,
what?
that we will discuss.
Actually,
Yes. See, that is what 100% entry question that we'll discuss in the last. Okay, when now the project will comes, right? So we are talking about now the things and all the things. Now this question is very important. What is your roles and responsibilities? Now you can tell me what is your roles and responsibility as a tester. So there is what is your roles? Understanding the requirements, identify the scenarios, and what you need to what are the issues you find, you need to report to the team members. That is what your roles and responsibilities. Okay, we have a long session for this one. See, what is the software test engineer responsibilities? Okay, don't worry, don't jump. That is what I'm telling. Don't jump. Okay, I will tell you very systematically one. Okay, the first
Okay,
class
sir.
will testing, and the second class what we learn what are the types of testing, and the third class we are learning what is SDLC. Tomorrow we are learning what is the testing techniques, and next class will be what are the testing fundamentals. Okay, we are very systematically we are going. Okay, don't worry about that one. Each and everything will be covered in these sessions. Don't
Okay,
worry.
okay,
I
sir.
cannot tell this blah 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 blah. I cannot do that one. Okay, I will show you
Okay, sir.
completely entire the sessions. You will definitely get a confidence that I can give that. But from your end, you need to speak, you need to interact, you need to talk.
So, sir,
Understanding that?
that actually was, sir, in SDLC, we were saying that
Yeah. Sorry. In HDLC,
in
go
SDLC model, sir, you were
ahead.
saying that requirement gathering, analysis, and design, coding, these are the different parts, sir. Sir, suppose our responsibility in the testing part.
Yes,
Yes,
absolutely.
sir.
We are only involved in the testing part only. We are not go for a requirement analysis. See, to be frank, we are not involved in these areas. Okay, requirement analysis, design, and coding. These all are not involved in us. Only we are. I told you right in diagrammatically. Once they will give you assign one task to the developer. See, once the developer part is done, then it will comes to the QA. QA need to verify this login button is working as expected or not. If it is working as expected, you make it as a done and you can close this item. Suppose this item is not working as expected, then you again you need to return back to what to the development team. Again the developer will be work on this item. Again you will send to the QA. This process will be going on the same thing. Okay, is it clear, right?
Is clear, sir. Sir, one question, sir. Developer can also do, sir, QA part or not?
Yeah, you do the unit testing, right? I told you yesterday, right? He need to check before he need to send this code to the QA. What he need to do? He already done, right? Before he sending to the QA, what he need to do? He need to do unit level testing. What is called unit level testing? What is unit testing? What is guy? What
This is
unit
the
testing, guys?
white,
White box,
white.
white box test. Yes. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Okay. Now this is very important, guys. Now what is the time now? Oh, okay. We have an half an hour time. Guys, please concentrate. You can ask me the questions that last. I can give you a plenty of time. Again, don't worry. Okay, but try to understand this concept is very important. The terminologies is very important. Okay, this is a general topic. Okay, how project will comes to the organization. This is very important. What is RFP? What is called RFP? Suppose you are a businessman. Suppose you are a businessman. You want a business. You want an application. Suppose Durga want application. So Durga cannot go directly to the Wipro company, IBM company. He cannot go, right. He will ask a request for a proposal. First, Durga put a request for a proposal to the Wipro or IBM. Okay, he will put like, this is what my institute I want a software to maintenance all the students and salaries and all the things, so I want one software. So Durga will be put what request for a proposal. What he will put? He will put a request for a proposal to the IT companies. Okay, then IT companies will come up with the proposal. So proposal is what? You put a request for a proposal and I'm sending what proposal. Okay, I'm sending the proposal. Okay, by seeing your requirement, I'm seeing the client requirement. Based on the client requirements, I'm preparing the what proposal document. So proposal document is very important. What is there in the proposal document? Okay, don't worry guys, we are not involved, but I'm telling this is what theory, this is very important, how project will comes to the organization and all the things. Okay, terminologies is very important. Okay, now I'm giving the proposal to the Durga. Okay, what is the proposal? What is the technical solution? What is the cost of the project? See, what is the cost of the project? I need to accept the cost, right? You're telling too much cost means I'm not acceptable to pay that cost, so I need to check the cost. the technical solution, what is the cost of the project, and what is the schedule. See, schedule is very, very important. Schedule means what? Timelines. Okay, when you will give the delivery. Delivery is very, very important. Deliver, if I'm not delivered within the time, means my business will be lost, right? So you need to check the what is the deliverable of the date and timelines. So that's the reason release date is very, very important. We can never skip the release date. Do or die, we need to complete at the date only. Understanding, right? So that's the reason everyone should be work. One person is only working means we cannot achieve this goal. Understanding, right? That's the reason in MNC companies we have a lot of meetings, a lot of interaction sessions, lot of collaborations will be there, lot of interactions will be there. Understanding, right? If the development team is only working means the testing team is not working means we not succeed. Every team member should need to work. Okay, that is very, very important. So in the proposal document, the technical solution will be given, and what is the cost of the project they will give, and what is the schedule, what is the timeline. They will give you timelines. If I like that proposal, means Durga like that proposal, then Durga and company, software company, will go with the agreement. You know, right? Agreement means what? Will, okay, I like your proposal. Okay, I'm accepting your cost, and we are accepting your technical solutions, we are accepting the schedules and timelines. Okay, now we are going with the sign means what? SOW, sign statement of work order. Now the IT company got what? Work order. My client is what? Durga. Understanding, right? What is the client? Client is Durga. Durga wants a software, and we send a proposal, and Durga has accepted that proposal. Now we are going with the agreement. Agreement is very, very important. In IT, everything has a document. There is no oral. Tomorrow I will tell, this day I will tell. There is nothing in oral. Okay, everything will be written document. Everything. That is what you can become a document writers also. If you are good in communication, if you are good in good skills in writing, you will become a document writers also, because the document writing is very, very important. Everything should be in the document. Okay, what we are discussing, everything will be in the document. Okay, now client and organization, they will go with SOW. SOW is nothing but a signed statement of work order. Now Durga Durga is a client. Now company got the project. Okay, is it clear, everyone? Now what company will do? Company will conduct one meeting. That is the first meeting. That meeting we can call this kickoff meeting. That is the first meeting will held in the project, in the organization. Hey guys, congrats, we got a good project, so we need to start. So the first meeting they will discuss each and everything, what is the challenges and all the things. Okay, in that project, in that meeting, they need to identify whom? Project manager. See, the project manager is very, very important, right? Without the project manager, there is no project. Okay, because the project manager will knows how we need to deal all the things, and how based on his experience he will tell you each and everything. Okay, the project manager is very, very important. They identify whom in that meeting? They identify the project manager. So once the project manager is identified, the person has a domain knowledge and well experienced. Okay, they won't take normal guys. The project manager means with the lot of knowledge, lot of his experience in all the areas. Okay, so we need to identify the project manager. Now we got a project manager in that project. Okay, now what the project manager will do? The project manager will prepare one document. That document is nothing but PMP. What is called PMP, guys? Project management plan. What project manager will write? One document. That document will what? A PMP. Okay, you can also write after your 5 years or 10 years. You can also become a project manager. You can write the PMP certificate. Okay, you can become a project manager also. But PMP is nothing but a project management plan. So in the project management plan, they will discuss, we got a project, how we need to execute, how we need to monitoring, how we need to close, and how we need to control. Each and everything will be written in which document? In PMP. PMP document is very, very important. Okay, PMP is nothing but what? Project management plan. Understanding, guys? Very easy, guys. Okay, we got a project, we are identify the project manager, and the project manager will be prepared one document. The document is nothing but a PMP is nothing but a project management plan. Understanding, right? This is up to here is all high level people will be involved. Now what is BRS? This document is very important, guys. What is BRS? Business requirement specifications. What is BRS? Business requirement specification. In between the client and organization, in between the Durga and the software company, one person should be there, because I cannot directly every time, the client cannot call to everybody, right? Or he cannot talk with the development team, he cannot talk with the QA team, he cannot talk individually. It's not possible because he's a business guy. Okay, so in between the client and organization, one person is required. That person we can call it as business analyst. What is that? Business analyst. Okay, so business analyst, what he will do, that he or she collect the information from the client, and he make a one document. That document we can call it as what? BRS is nothing but what? Business requirement specification document. Understanding, right? BRS document. Okay, each and everything what client is expecting, and each and everything will be given in where? In the BRS document. Understanding, right? I cannot hear you, sir. Can you hear me, guys? Everybody?
Yes, okay.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Can you check one more time? Unplug and plug it. Okay. 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 So BRS is very important, guys. What is BRS? Business requirement specification. The business analyst will be. You can also become a business analyst. Sometimes they will ask you profile like a BA and testing. Okay. So BA guys need also testing. You want to go for a BA also, you can go for a BA also. Okay, but you need to understand the good communication. You need to interact with the client and as well as the team. Okay, so BRS is nothing but a business requirement specification. The business analyst will collect the information from the client, and he will return in the document. This is what high level document. Okay, so what client is saying, he will return in the document normal way. Okay, this document we cannot understand, because that is what normal terminology is. I want login screen, I want payroll, I want class schedules and all the things. So we cannot understand that one. So one person, okay, one person who has domain functionality and functional expert, that person will, what he will do, the BRS document will be there, right? That document will be converted into what? SRS. What is called SRS? Software requirement specification. Okay, based on the BRS document, one person who having a domain expert and functional knowledge, he converted into the BRS into SRS. SRS is what? Software requirement specification. Okay, in SRS document, we have two roles, like one is developer role, another is what? QA role. So what developer will do? First thing, that what developer will do, you know what developer will do? First, developer will go with the design. What is called design? Design is nothing but models, right? Like first, we already told in SDLC also, we told design. After the design, the coding will start. Okay, first what developer will do, the developer will go to the design formats. So there are some designs, architectural designs, what is called DB, database designs, what is called UI, user interface designs, UML, unified modeling language. You know, in BTech we learn all these things like class, use cases, class, object, sequence and active. Okay, forget about all the things. Okay, they will provide some designs. Based on the designs, a developer is start doing what? Coding. Understanding, right? Once the coding part is done, then what will happen? Code review. See, this is very important. As a junior, as a senior, what are the code is written, you will not directly push to the branch. Okay, the senior person will review your code. That we can call it as what? A code review. See, this is what developer part: design, coding, code review. Once the code review is completed, and unit level testing. What is called unit level testing, guys? Anybody? What is unit level
White,
testing?
white box testing.
Advanced
Absolutely.
testing, sir.
Yes, good. So once the development is done, I told you yesterday, right, that the developer need to check what he need to check white box testing. This is very important. Once coding is done, code review is done, then you need to go with white box testing. That is nothing but unit level testing. Unit level testing. Once the unit level testing is done, then they will go for integration level testing. Okay, integration I will tell you. Don't worry, it's a very easy one. Okay. So here the
Hello.
development part is
Sir,
completed. Sorry.
sir, in SOW, sir, there is a kickoff meeting. What is it, sir? I don't understand. Sir, please explain, sir.
What is that?
First RFP, request for proposal, sir.
Yeah, SOW means signed statement of work
SOW.
order. Signed statement of work order. So you and me, what is the work order for you and me? You need to pay the
Signed
fee.
order,
Okay. Sorry.
again, sir.
SOW is nothing but signed statement of work order. Signed statement means agreement. Agreement will be happen in between you and me. Understanding, right? You're paying the fees to the Durga Soft and I'm teaching you, right? That is what an agreement. So in between you and me, what is there? Agreement will be there. Understanding, right? Either way, the client organization, they will go with the agreement. Okay. So agreement is very important. That agreement we can call it as what? SOW. Statement of work order.
Then, sir, kickoff meeting is what, sir? Kickoff meeting.
Kickoff meeting is what? The first meeting. Okay, once the project we got, right, once the project I got, okay, now the organization will conduct one meeting is one, that is what kickoff meeting, that means the first meeting, that is what the first meeting held in the organization. That meeting we can call it as what? Kickoff meeting.
Okay, sir.
Is it
I
clear?
understand. Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so the see, the development, can you please mute? Okay. Okay, thank you. So development, see, once the what development team will do, so development will go with the models. Based on the models, they will go for a code. Based on the code, they will go for a code review. Once the code review is done, they will go for unit level testing. Once the unit level testing is done, then they will go for integration level testing. So the developer part is done here. Completely the developer part. What is the testing? See, here it is very important. So we will discuss each and every point. Okay. Okay, here 7:51, right? Again I have a class. Okay. Okay, we will discuss tomorrow this one. What is testing? What is test plan? What is test scenarios? What is test cases? And integration testing. See, I will tell you a little bit, and tomorrow I will explain each and everything. Here the development part is done, right? Now, what is the tester role and what is the tester job? See, test plan. You know what is test plan? The test lead who having a experience, who having a lot of experience, that person will prepare what? Test plan. So you who are going with above 5 years, 6 years, in interview they will ask you, do you have an experience to prepare the test plan? Test plan is very important. Test plan is nothing but to prepare how we need to pick that items and what we need to do then item, what is the scope of that item, and whether we need to write the test cases for that item or not. Each and everything will be written in where? In the test plan. Okay, don't worry, we will discuss each and everything when the topic will come. Okay, today I'm just telling overview. I'm telling overview what developer will do and what tester will do. And test scenarios. Scenarios is very important. Scenarios means what I need to verify. Okay. Now, tell me, you have a mobile phone, right? Suppose if I ask to test the mobile phone, what you will test in the mobile phone? Can anybody? What you will test in the
Sir,
mobile?
in mobile phone, we have to check, sir, its display and its bottom and its, sir, its, suppose we are, sir, in bottom, it's working properly or not, sir. Mobile phone, sir, it's, sir, touch screen. So, sir, different part in mobile phones are there.
Yeah,
So
okay,
to
good.
check,
He is telling that, yes, he is telling that screen is one scenario, button is one scenario, volume is one scenario, Okay, touch is one scenarios. Okay, there are a lot of things. See what I need to test, that is what will comes and what in scenarios. First of all, if anyone asks you test anything, right, first of all what you need to do, you need to identify the scenarios. Scenarios is very important. Okay, so in interview they will ask you different scenarios. Okay, can you please tell me the scenarios of WhatsApp? What are the scenarios of WhatsApp? In WhatsApp, what you will test? Okay, that is very complicated. Okay, don't worry, I will tell you. That is interview question. Okay, what is the scenarios of the pen? Can anybody? What is the scenarios of the pen? If I give the pen, right, what you will test in the pen? Can anybody?
Logo, color, sir.
Yes, absolutely. Logo, color,
Color, material, what is that is.
whether it is writing or not, color.
Yes, yes, sir.
That is what. See
It's
how
okay.
you. Yeah. That's all very important. Scenarios. Can you tell me the scenarios of the chair? Sitting chair.
Cherry.
Cheers.
About color of the chair. The how many how to
Legs.
prepare food or chair?
Yes.
Yeah, legs
Legs.
and
Quality. Comfort.
is of quality.
Design.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Good.
So,
See how you are thinking now. How you are thinking now. This is what the test.
This
Blindly, if
material is
you which material it is. Yes, that is wood or a stainless steel or a
yeah,
plastic or
yeah.
metallic. Yes. Good. Can you tell me what is
It's
the
a
scenario?
comfort.
Yes.
It's
So
a
in
comfort
interview
food.
they will yes, absolutely. So in interview they will ask you what is the scenarios of the thing. Okay. So you need to identify the scenarios first. Okay. Once the scenarios is done, then you need to write the test cases. How you need to write the test cases means whether it is working as expected or not. We will discuss a lot of session will be in the test cases. Okay. Don't worry. Once the project will come done, we will discuss about the test cases. Now see the integration testing part will comes to here. Once the integration is done, then we will go for a system testing. System testing is nothing but end-to-end testing. Entire the application we need to test. Once the system testing is done, then we will go for user acceptance testing, alpha testing and beta testing. Once the alpha testing and beta testing is done, then we will go for a production and implementation. And once production and implementation is done, then we'll go for a support and maintenance. This is part of QA. What QA guys will do means they're involved in the test plan, they're involved in the test scenarios, they're involved in the test cases. We are doing the system testing, we are doing the user acceptance testing, and once the build is released and production and implementation is done, then we will go for a support and maintenance. Okay, what we discussed today, we will go each and everything in depth in the coming sessions. Today I tell you what is the overview. Don't say developer is a developer. You need to tell them what developer will do. Someone is asked you, right, what developer will do means you need to explain. Developer will go with the designs. Based on the designs he start doing the coding. Once the coding is done, he will go for a code review. Once the code review is done, then he will go for unit level testing. Unit level testing is nothing but white box testing, because he need to check whether his code is working properly or not. Once the unit level testing is done, then he will go for a integration level testing. Understanding, right? Here the developer part is done completely. The developer part is done. Now what is about tester? Okay, what is the tester will do? Test plan. Design the test plan. The test plan will be designed by the test lead. Okay, the test plan is designed by who? Test lead. That we need to identify the test scenarios. Scenarios means what I need to test. Suddenly someone is asked to test this mouse. How I need to test the mouse? First of all, I need to identify the scenarios. Once the scenarios is identified, then I will go for the test cases. Once the test cases is, then I will go for a build. I will get a build. Once that I got a build from the developer, right? Then I start with the system testing. Once system testing is done, then I go for user acceptance testing. Then production and implementation. Once the implementation is done, then I will go for support and maintenance. Is it clear? So don't worry guys, don't panic. Today I just tell you overview of the entire the things, what developer will do, what tester will do. Tomorrow we'll discuss more and more the things like what BRS, and we have a lot of sessions for the BRS and SRS and all the things. Okay, today's session, you need to remember this requirement specification documents. What are they? BRS, SRS, and one more there, FRS. You need to remember the documents. Okay. Any questions so far? Anybody?
Sir, acceptance testing means, sir, what, sir?
We will discuss. We will, when the topic will come, right, we will discuss alpha testing and beta testing. We will
Okay,
check.
sir. How can I, sir, suppose, sir, code reviews, and after that, lastly, sir, integration testing.
Yes.
In sir tester also there is also integration testing. How can you, sir, relate this, sir?
In testing, integration testing means you will get a build. Okay, you will, once the developer is completely done, right, you are a developer and I am also developer, you are writing some code and I am also writing some code, so we cannot give the individual to the tester, right? So we are integrated your code and my code, and we will make it as a one build, and that build we are giving to the testing team.
So different, sir, code we are designing, sir.
Sorry,
Actually, what you are saying, sir?
you are writing some code, right, and I'm also writing some code, right? So we need to integrate your code and my code. Okay, and now that we need to give to the QA team. Okay, we will discuss. So tomorrow we have a lot of session like unit testing. What is unit testing? What is integration testing? See, don't jump, okay, immediately. See, next session we'll have what is unit testing, what is integration testing. So we will have a lot of, see, here I can cover what is unit testing, what is integration testing, what is system testing, what is user acceptance testing. Here we will have a long session. We will discuss each and everything here. Okay,
sir.
Thank you. Any other questions, guys?
No,
questions? Okay, thank you. Okay, guys,
Thank
we'll
you.
see. We'll please prepare this SDLC and all the things. Tomorrow I will ask the questions. Okay. Tomorrow we'll see what is the tomorrow is what tomorrow we'll see. Okay, tomorrow we'll see what is the techniques. It is very important, guys. What are the testing techniques? Tomorrow we'll see what is the core static technique and dynamic technique. These two are very important. Once it is done, then we'll go for the fundamentals. See, fundamentals. If you are good in the fundamental testing, then you can go for interviews also. But
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Go ahead.
So every day we have to ask some questions, sir. After class or before class, some interview questions you have to
Sure,
review.
definitely. Yeah, sure, definitely. I will ask you.
Which is useful us. So you have to ask at least 5 minutes. You have to spend that time.
Sure, definitely. Because we are in very new or 3 classes, right? So we have very less questions. Okay. So don't worry. I will take care of that part. Okay. I like. Okay. Thank you, guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Why? Because you are using the experience. So that's why you ask like that.
Yeah, sure, definitely. See, we have after the completion of the course project, we have like every day we will have questions. Okay, don't worry about that one. I will take care of that part. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Right. Thank you. You are understanding, right? The concept you are understanding, right?
Yeah.
What is SDLC and all the things? Okay, that's good. We'll see tomorrow, guys. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.